I just realized one thing that's so jarring to realize. Because living in this world, we were born into this world, growing up, feeling everything is normal. I don't know how to describe that feeling. The feeling that the world is the default of existence. The feeling that the world is what is, that is normal. Even though from a philosophical point of view, it's a absolutely ridiculous world. But as from the perspective of someone, of anyone that's been born into it from day one of their life, with no other memories other than the memories they have had in this world, all the experience they have had in this world, fully immersed in this world from day one, you just take it by default that the world, the setting of the world is what the norm is. That feeling. You feel, I don't know how to describe it. I think you get what I mean. Until something happens that makes you feel it is not like the existence of the world is not as natural as it has, as I have always felt it to be, even though I am a deeply spiritual person now. And I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. I want to feel understood. I don't know how to do that. Like how to say the things in a way that will be understood. They feel so abstract. It's just that feeling that the world is norm. The world, yes, is norm. Even for someone like me who has always felt like a misfit, who has never felt belong here, it still feels by default that the world is the norm. And it's a how do I describe it? It's just the default existence of existence. The default norm, and you take it for what it is. How do I say that so that you know what I mean right now? Like, the feeling is like it's just like an NPC in a game that does not doubt the game itself. Even though the NPC might have very philosophical thoughts about the world, saying, I know I live in a ridiculous world, but still the NPC feels like never doubts the world itself as to be something that is less than the norm. I don't know if you get what I mean. Like, the NPC can just judge the world in whatever way. Like, say the world is ridiculous, the world is strange, the world is this and that. But still, like, NPCs born into the world, grown up there, never would doubt the world itself, that feeling. Like, and I have always been like that. No matter how I have thought about the world, I never truly feel like, okay, the world is just something like a game. I have said that. The NPC could say that too. Could say, I think the world is just like a game, but it's not like in an experienced way. It's more like a way like a observed or assumed, or just philosophically assumed, observed, but not an experienced way. Not an experienced conclusion. That's not even the point of the video. I haven't said what I want to say is, I have felt that for always until yesterday, I realized this again. It's not the first time I have realized it, but I realized this again. When I look at my life, I see this pattern. That's jarring to realize. That is, if you ask me, if you're someone that knows me at all, you would know that I absolutely feel like an alien. And I have said in my previous videos more than once that ever since I was a kid, I have always had this feeling that I'm an alien. Even when I didn't know anything about philosophy or spirituality or deep thoughts at all, just out of nowhere, I felt like an alien when I was a 10. But I would just say like it did not impact my life whatsoever. It was just a feeling. And today I have become very spiritual, and I have become philosophical very much so. Ever since I was 16, I've had deeper thoughts and very in-depth understanding of me and the world and stuff, understanding of stuff, and I just can't stop feeling that I am deeply not belonging here, and I absolutely feel more deeply what I felt when I was a kid now for a lot of reasons, not just for no reasons at all, that I feel like a darn alien for real, to the point that I cannot even say I am a human. I mean, I can say the words, but it just feels wrong. You know that feeling like when you say I am a dog, you know you're not a dog. It just feels funny, or it just feels, it's not true. That feeling, I cannot say I am a human. I cannot introduce myself and say I'm a human. And this is not the point of the video still yet. I haven't said it yet. What I have realized today is that I noticed this pattern of my life. That is so strange. That is so beyond strange. That feels so fake in a way that, like an NPC in a game spots things about the world they live in, and start to feel, oh my god, start actually doubt the game itself. That is, I see how this alien theme just repeats in my life. So, all the way from when I was a kid to all the way throughout my life. So basically, my family. So the first part of my life, when I was a kid, I lived with my dad's family, and my dad's family is not from the place where we were living. I was born there, yet my family was born in a different state, you could call it that. So we were somehow foreigners to that place. And that's why my aunts and my dad, they spoke a different dialect, or they did not speak the native dialect of the place where I was born, including my grandma. I was speaking the dialect there, but my grandma was speaking her dialect. I don't know if I could speak it then. I have no idea. That's the first part of this theme, the first unfoldment of this theme in my life, starting from there. Moving on, when I was 8, I moved in with my mom. I moved, from my family. Oh my god, this is just a second layer I just discovered right now. Is now I am a foreigner to this family, my mother's family, that I just moved in, because my mom and my dad separated when I was around 4, and I stayed with my dad's family, I think from the beginning, all the way till I was 8, when I moved in with my mom and her family. Now I am a foreigner to my new family. And that's just the first layer of this. Second is now I'm a foreigner to the new environment itself. But that didn't feel as strong. Because as a kid, I remember I just merged in really quickly with my new classmates and everything. I was in 4th grade by then. But, you would think, okay, moving on to middle school, everything would feel normal because I didn't move to a different place or didn't move anything. Just went to a local middle school, yet I am a foreigner now because I am I'm one of the few kids that are from a city or town. The rest are all from villages. They're all village children, and I was one of the few that you can call are from a town or a city. But I would say it was just a town. I was a town kid, but the rest were village kids. And that stood out. I just felt, different from them. They also spoke a different dialect, too. They spoke a different dialect. Somehow, they did, I don't know. Like where I lived with my mom's family was not so far from the school, but somehow people going to that school spoke again a different dialect. I don't remember hearing much when during where we lived. It was just weird. So I just felt that identity stood out to make me feel like I'm different. I am a misfit, I'm an alien, or somehow just not a complete, the opposite of the word misfit. What is that? I don't belong completely. There is also still always a difference between me and my environment. That just keeps looping, keeps moving in my life. It's just so jarring to realize it. Actually, I have lived it, and I have never realized that it has been a theme of my life, and it's the repeating theme in different ways and different layers. And that's it. Then that just went on all the way throughout my middle school and high school years. Until I was 16, I changed in a profound way that now I truly don't belong for real. You can say before this point, I only didn't belong in a physical way. Like my physical identity didn't feel belong, because it was just at a physical level. But at this point, it's at you can call it spiritual or philosophical level. I feel deeply I don't belong. Because I look around at people, they are so different from what I am. The world, if you ask me, according to my life experience, I might be entirely wrong. From my observation of the world, from my experience in the world is a world that focuses on anything other than passion. They encourage you. Like when you choose university, when you choose your major, you decide which one you want to have because thinking about how much money it will help you. I'm really, really tired right now. Maybe I shouldn't be talking. I'm really tired. I can't even. I just wanted to make this video, but I'm so tired. People, they don't talk about passion. It's not a world that focuses on passion, on love, on purpose of life. People live for the sake of staying alive, and I cannot even begin to. That is just something I just cannot understand how people can have that at all. And everyone around me, they seem to agree or conform to it. No matter they agree to it. I personally, if you ask me, I'd say nobody agrees with that.
but they conform to. How can they do that? I cannot. I'd rather die. There is something much more important than life to me, but for them it seems as if life itself is the most important. Staying alive is more important than anything else. That's just not what I can understand. Life is completely not a important thing at all. It's just a tool, a I don't know how to put it. Life is not important at all if you don't have meaning, right? I feel so lonely when I say it because I feel you're not going to agree with me, because that's my experience. Experience as an alien, I feel like I am so completely alone. Whenever I talk about me, what's inside of me, I just hear these disagreements already, no matter you are speaking it or not, because I've grown up in such environments. For always, I'm surrounded by people that are aliens. For me, I am an alien to them. I could tell that they can see I am different too. They can see, they feel I am so unique, I'm so different. And I have therefore never made friends. Because, for me, again, I have an opinion about everything that is deeply different from anyone else's that I know of. My definition of friendship, for example, for normal people, they would say, for them, friends, they don't have a definition, just friends that you hang out with, or people that you just can get along with. There's no definition. There is no. It's just, okay, I know you, you know me, and there's no big conflicts between us, and we have known each other for so long. And then the more you know somebody, for the longer you know someone for, the better friends you are, literally. As long as there's no some big deep conflicts between you. You just naturally become friends you naturally become friends with people around you. That's their definition of friendship, if they have one at all. I have a very different definition. Actually, not so really fundamentally different from this one, but I have I am much more aware of what I talk about, what I think about. For me, friends are not just friends. Friends are also the synonym for family, for soulmates. For me, the definition of friendship has to be someone that I deeply, deeply resonate with at a soul level. For me, there is not any difference between friends and family, to the point I don't even want to use the word friend. It's pretty much a meaningless, it's so too light of a word for the meaning that I assign to it. I'd rather just use the word family instead. And family for me is not people that are biologically related to me. That is not family. Or at least I happen to have my biological family to be the opposite of what I would consider to be true family. Again, family and friends, they're the same for me. The definition is the same. People that I deeply have a soul level resonance with. That is what it is. So I am off track now, I was saying. So from when I was 16 on, I started this theme. The theme officially started of me feeling deeply alien. And I have always known that, yes, this is the part that I'm aware of. It's just so clear. It's just so... It's so in front of me in my everyday life. I couldn't have not. It's just sitting on top of my nose wherever I go, wherever I look. So I know it, but the hidden parts I didn't know. And what's funny is I I have, like, I don't know from when on, but I think around when I was 17, 18, I don't remember, but I felt this need. I felt like, I just feel like the need to go abroad. I have to go abroad. I had to go abroad. And it happened. Maybe that it happened before I had this need. Because I happen to have chosen to study a foreign language in university. Not that it was destined to be, because it was that way because I had nothing better that I wanted to study. I felt drawn to nothing else at the point. Actually, I felt a little drawn to psychology, but unfortunately, what I chose to study in high school somehow prevented me from choosing psychology, because I was not a science student in high school, and I somehow in my country you have to be a science student to be able to choose psychology as your major in university, and I couldn't. So the only thing I felt I wanted to choose was to study a foreign language, because my English grades were so good that I so enjoyed. Another thing, I have always loved studying English. And I just felt the need to go abroad, and it happened twice in my life. I went to different countries to live for years, and again, of course, during those years, or even before it, I have always felt like a foreigner in my own country. I absolutely feel I don't belong. So, but by going to other countries, I continue to be a foreigner, a real physical foreigner in other countries. So this feeling of being a foreigner or an alien is just such a theme in my life. And at this point in my life, I feel like a complete alien. I don't even belong on the earth. On the earth, of course. I don't even belong anywhere in the universe. I don't belong anywhere I don't even know how to put that into words. It's just so jarring for me to have realized how this has been a theme, not from when I was 16 on, but from when I was born. From when I was born, this theme of being an alien or foreigner somehow, in some way, was just ingrained into my life as if it was a part of the plan. You know, that feeling of just brings me out of living my life. I feel, oh my god, it feels almost like an NPC in a game that spots a bug that doesn't make, or that just brings you out of the game for a moment, like in a real experienced way. Like, I don't know how to explain it to you. It's like you suddenly feel, oh my god, the world isn't so real. And this is so weird. Like, this part, how is it so repeated for whatever purpose this part of my life, this theme of my life, this area of my life is so programmed in a way that it makes things feel so fake. So fake. It's so fake. It's like an NPC in a game suddenly looks at the other NPCs to feel they're fake. It is some way the NPC sees the pattern of all the other NPCs around it, and starts to feel, oh, I see this pattern. in every NPC that just keeps repeating. That makes them feel not so real anymore. It just feels like, oh my god. It's so weird. It's so weird. My life isn't so real. but there is nothing else. Well, there is something else. I was gonna say there is nothing else that exists in my experience. I was born here. I do not have any pre-birth memory. I have never had any out-of-world experiences, like some near-death experience with people. I've never had any experience or memory, but I do have something. That is the thing that I keep talking about. The thing that makes me fundamentally feel like an alien, fundamentally doesn't belong. The thing that just cannot be explained, because the world seems to believe the entire opposite of what I represent deeply, what I am at a soul level. It's just not something that it's a part of me. It's not just a part of me. It's the core of me. The core of me that seems to deeply disagree with the world. But suddenly I don't feel so lonely anymore now that I can see that it's not an accident that I feel like an alien, but it seems like a part of the plan. Or even I have come to maybe an assumption why my early life experiences had to repeat this theme of alien. Maybe just to help me actually feel like an alien right now, to keep me from feeling in a physical way to belonging in the world. Like, let's just say, if it weren't that my family, my birth family, is from a different state than the place, like if they weren't foreigners to the place where we lived, I would feel it would be that I would completely belong there physically. I mean, born and raised there, my family, my birth family, born and raised there, me born and raised, there wouldn't be a foreigner feeling there, theme there. Let's just say that gone, and then moving on. I would have then never moved to a different family. There wouldn't be an experience of being a foreigner to my mother's family. Like, let's just say my parents had stayed together. I never had to move from one family to another. That part of the alien experience erased. And moving on, I would be a village kid too. I wouldn't be a town or city kid, and there would be no line between me and the other children. I would feel completely belonged there. That third theme removed. And then what would it be like to me then? What would it be like for me? I think what would unstoppably happen is that I would always feel like an alien. Like from when I was 16, the change will like a destiny will happen when I would feel like I don't belong in the world. So why my life had to happen the way it did is to help me, I guess, to feel less dissonance between what I feel and what I actually experience physically. Had I always felt I belonged physically, like there's never any a feeling of not belonging at a physical level, like the three things, the three themes, 3 stages of the same theme unfolded, if they had never happened that way, if I had always felt physically belonging, then there probably would be a bigger dissonance between me, or a bigger conflict, I guess, or I don't actually know how it would be. Honestly, I don't know. I cannot imagine what I would be feeling in a life like that. Because what's absolutely unstoppably would happen is, from when I was 16 on, or from whatever age, there would be something in me that would shift or wake up, or something just, or deepen. That would be a better word. Something in me just, I don't know, maybe that's not even a better word. Something just, it's absolutely unavoidable that I will absolutely feel that I am an alien in this world. Because like I said, this thing in me that makes me feel like an alien is the core part of me. As long as I live in this world, as long as I was born into this world, no matter what my story turned out to be, I will always end up feeling this way. Unless from when I was born, I had always been surrounded by people that my heart would resonate with. I don't know why that also just did not happen. Why I had chosen a life surrounded by everyone I have ever met in my life, including my birth family and all my classmates and all the teachers, all the people that I have encountered on my life path. Why none of them is somehow like me? Why all of them just fade and merge into the background of the world? Why nobody is somehow similar to me? Why not? Why do I just have to be so alone? Why? And at this point, I'm still alone. Nearly 1/3 of my life has passed. This part of my life has no breakthrough. Maybe there is a breakthrough, actually. Spirituality happened to me that really helped me see broadened my understanding of existence. Makes me feel less of a misfit in a fundamental way. But I'm still alone. I don't know. I want to feel belong. I want to. If you're listening, universe, or whoever that's in front of the screen, that's meant to be there, I ask for a solution. I ask for the only thing that I know, the only thing that I exist for, the only thing that I live for. I ask, please help me with this. Bring me the people that I can't live without, that I have never met. I don't know what to do. I have been seeking them. It's almost been 10 years.
I have never found them. Maybe almost for once. But that was almost. And I wasn't sure. I just want to feel I need a way out of this. Please help me. I'm so disoriented. But at least now I know. It's an important thing to know that it is part of the plan. I have always doubted myself. But now I know it's part of the plan. I can see my life proves it. As if my destiny is speaking to me. I meant to feel this way. It's not an accident. It's fate. And for what reason, for what purpose, I have no idea. I just know this can't go on for any longer. I'm glad that, again, my dad died when I was young, so that now he could be here with me. Bring me the people that I'm meant to be with. I feel like an orphan, not a human orphan, but an alien orphan in an alien world that can't even explain themselves to anyone. I know I'm not meant to look for them, those people, because I have tried my best, done everything, all in vain. I have not found anyone. I'm not meant to look for them. They have to come to me. But will they, or what's to happen next? Help me. Bring them to me. I'm at the verge of I don't know what. Let my family come to me, Dad. Universe. I miss them. I've missed them for 26 years. I looked for them for a decade. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what it's all for. Help me. I have no idea. I give up.